Hi, this is Shweta Tripathi Sharma. You're watching me on Bollywood Hungama. Subscribe and hit the bell icon.
We have this talented Shweta Tripathi. She is the queen of web series and she's doing extremely well as far as the movies are concerned as well. Pleasure having you on Bollywood Hungama first of all.
Thank you so much. Happy Holi to you.
Happy Holi to you as well.
I'm still recovering from all the color and everything. My nail paints were white yesterday and today they are a beautiful shade of purple.
That's amazing.
And then this morning I'm here, so I'm damn excited.
That's amazing. All right, so television, movies and web series, if you can define your journey so far.
Well, so it started with TV, Kya Mast Hai Life on Disney. That's how and why I got into acting full time. So before that, I had other jobs. And then I always wanted to, there was this kind of clarity that I don't want to do the typical soaps. There's something, even because I was excited to do Disney because I knew the target audience would be very limited. Or it would be kids, or the age bracket would be very different. And then I was very sure about the kind of films I wanted to do. So I started doing ads, and then Haramkhor happened, which released after Masan. So I have my debuts in 2 ways. So both the films I'm introducing Shweta Tripathi, Masan and Haramkhor. And then just short films, and now Mirzapur and Trip, and of course Gonekesh.
When you were approached for Haramkhor, did you have apprehensions? Because the censor board, they had a tough time deciding.
You know, the thing is, funnily, when Shlok told me the story of Haramkhor, I didn't think it was bold or risky. I just knew that this is a story that needs to be told. And I never imagined that we would get an A certificate or UA. For me, the film was, because it's the soul of the film which is more important than the scenes. And of course, like in hindsight, I know why the censor thought that it should be or it would be a problem. But to me as an artist, I never thought that would be. Even Masan, censoring Richa's slap. For me, all this, I feel that we see this in every day. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but I'm just saying that it's kind of double standards in a way that we do all of that, even while you're abusing. But if you see it on the big screen or the smaller screen, then we have a problem with that. So that I don't agree with.
Right. But I think Haramkhor, in general, people were quite surprised and stunned.
Yeah.
Because it is a story that it takes a bit of a time to just
absolutely, and it doesn't make you. It makes you uncomfortable.
It makes you uncomfortable
at all. Yes.
Right.
But you know, it's surprisingly when because I've never felt like that for my teacher, or never even had a crush. Forget it being so serious. But when I spoke to people around me, there were so many people either who were in a relationship with teachers or knew of people who were in a relationship. So we tend to think that if just because we've not gone through it, it doesn't happen to us or to people around us. But it's amazing that same case with even alopecia. When I read about the Gonekesh, so
that's your latest film.
That's the latest film. Yes. So when I read about Gonekesh, I was like, alopecia hi kya hota hai? And that's when I felt that we are so ignorant that just because if it doesn't happen to people close to us, we don't know about it. And I think we also get insensitive. So yeah, I mean, then I found out, and there are again so many people around me who have this condition.
All right, so we'll talk about Gonekesh shortly. I'm sure that you're eager to talk about it. So you spoke about censorship, and then you've also been part of several web series. You've recently been part of Made in Heaven, and your performance is outstanding. It's like a one episode that you're there, but the performance is outstanding.
Thank you.
So the lack of censorship which is there in the web medium, is that something that just helps you as an artist? Because a lot was made about your masturbation scene in Mirzapur. That was your introductory scene. Do you feel that the lack of censorship in a way helps you evolve as an artist?
I don't think so. I don't see it as a lack of censorship. I really think that as artists and as art, we should be free to express what we want. Having said that, yes, there's a responsibility. Like when the whole web thing had boomed, there were shows being made left, right and center which were talking about, like, just because that censorship was not there, they were showing any and everything.
It's happening even now.
True. But then that's what I don't want to be associated with such projects. Just because the censorship is not there, hum kuch bhi dikhayenge.
Foul language and explicit scenes.
So even I know that Mirzapur is full of the language or the content or the scenes. But even when I read that scene, my introduction scene, it was not bold for me. It was a way of storytelling, and my director and writers, they were very convinced about it. And I knew that scene is not going to be in the trailer. So it's there because that's the character, and it's not there for eyeballs. So even while we shot it, it was just like, it was very normal. So I have a problem with that when we do, let's say if I'm killing somebody or if somebody is dying, I think that is far more emotionally and physically draining. So a scene like this, it's really nothing at all. It's as normal as having a cafe scene where you're having coffee.
Now, we are living in times when the medium of entertainment is constantly evolving, constantly changing. An actor like you, you've been known because of your television. You've done movies, but movies, from what I understand, you're having a certain limited audience. But it's a web series that gives you like a very far audience, especially amongst the youngsters. So how do you look at the various platforms that you've been dabbling in, and which has been the most satisfying so far?
So what I love about the web is the reach. That everybody, on their cell phones, TV sets, laptops, you can watch it at your own convenience, and you can binge watch it, which I think is very exciting. I remember even when Mirzapur had come out, or even Made in Heaven, people are liking it so much that they just end up watching the entire show maybe over 2 nights, if not 1 night. So that reach, I think, is very exciting. But the feature film ka jo bade parde wali feel hai, there is, so the feel of the bada parda and the reach of web is what is very exciting. And as an artist, as an actor, I don't want to limit myself to any medium or any language. So which is why I want to do Bengali or French or Iranian. Like, I really want to explore as much as possible. So earlier I used to think feature films is it. But while doing Mirzapur, while doing Lakhon Mein Ek season 2, which is going to be coming in April, I've realized that because you have so much more time to explore your character, even in terms of a feature film, even if you're the protagonist, how much screen time will you have? But if you're doing a series, the growth can be much more. So, for example, Mirzapur season 1, I did because I wanted to do season 2. Because I knew where
Which you're doing now.
Which I'm doing now. And I can't wait. In fact, I have a meeting tomorrow, so I'm going to find out what's happening. So that is exciting. That, the growth of a character. And it's a lot more homework. Because feature film, I remember when I was shooting Masan, Haramkhor, I remembered her scene mein kya ho raha hai. But here, it's very difficult to remember exactly how your graph, what is happening in every scene and everywhere. So it's more challenging that way.
You played a 16-year-old in Haramkhor, and I'm sure that you must be much more
I think it was
that.
10 years over, something like that.
Yeah, so how did you manage to do that so convincingly? Because anyone who has seen you, you've looked like a 16-year-old in that.
I really relate more to younger characters. Even the way I think I am in real life, or my husband, he keeps saying that, I don't look or behave my age. Definitely mature in all things like work or whatever it is, but I really relate to characters which are way, way younger. And I think it's easier to play them. In fact, if you ask me to play a character, I've never played a character that's more than 25. So if you ask me to play a character which is 25 plus, I think I would be nervous about that. But I don't know what it is, because maybe we've been through that age. So it is difficult to understand, because at that time you're not thinking logically or practically. When you're 16, when you fall in love with somebody, then you're not thinking about age, what the person does. You just know that this person makes you feel loved or comfortable, or maybe that emotion that is lacking in your life, and you are drawn towards that. So for Haramkhor, I really had to be like, why is she being like this? He's married and she's way younger and she doesn't have a mom, but then I had to figure out her reasons. So that takes time, but once you understand that, why your character is doing whatever has been written, then it's way easier being the character.
So tell us something about Gonekesh. What exactly is the film all about, and why should people watch it?
Gonekesh, I think, like you said, feature films mein, the audience is limited. I think what really... So Nawaz bhai had said this to me while shooting Haramkhor, that kuch actors ko to choosy hona chahiye. So that somewhere, wo mere dimag mein chhap gayi hai ye baat. And I totally agree with it. That no matter what happens, even if you're sitting at home, which is very frustrating and not working, while you're getting work and money, but saying no to that because you want to be very particular about the projects you choose. And the kind of work I do, somehow you, and I'm sure maybe that's true for other actors as well, but every time I do a character, there's a part of me I give the character, and there's a part of the character that I take with myself. So that's why it becomes very important, the kind of stories you're telling. So when Gonekesh came to me, when I read the synopsis, I just fell in love because the story is so simple and so beautifully put. And obviously, it's very exciting when people write where the protagonist is a girl, a woman.
Right.
And especially when she's bald or going through, like when I imagined the poster, I was so excited. And even a lot of journalists have asked me that he, again, risky, bold and risky, these words I really don't like or relate to. I don't think there's anything bold as an artist. I think it's a blessing that how many actors have a poster like this in Hollywood or Bollywood. So, and I really like the way I'm looking. So I'm extremely happy and I feel blessed that I'm getting such projects where I can also be very different from my other characters. So, Gonekesh is a story about this girl Inakshi who at 15, 16 years of age, she starts losing hair. And then the family and she discovered that she has a condition called alopecia. So alopecia में क्या होता है कि जो आपके बाल होते हैं वो chunks में गिरने लगते हैं. So first nobody understands what's happening, why is it happening, and सब अपनी टिप्पणियाँ देते हैं, दूध पियो, गाजर खाओ, अंडे खाओ, beard से बाल धो, but nothing really helps. And then so it's her coming of age story. And during the film, while shooting the film, I realized that it might happen to one person, but it's an entire family that goes through that journey with you and the people who really care and who love you. So it's their story. It's a simple, it's a beautiful story, and I can guarantee that there's a reason why after Masan there was Haramkhor after a bit, and now after a bit again there is Gonekesh, because I'm extremely careful. I want my audiences to enjoy what I do. I want them to feel that if Shweta is doing something, then kuch to hoga isme.
You've not thought about the fact that maybe you could have done far many more movies if you're maybe willing to do like supporting roles?
I will do whatever as long as it excites me.
The audience can see much more of you on the big screen.
So this was a complaint from my friends actually. They said, Shweta, we like watching you on screen, not because you're a friend, but just we like you as an actor as well. So please do more stuff. And that's when I thought about it that, okay, yes, I need to be doing more projects. But again, I want to do the projects for the right reasons. I want to do it because it's a story I'm dying to tell. I don't want to do it because of visibility, popularity, money, or because, अरे यार बहुत time से काम नहीं किया, कुछ release नहीं है, ये कर लेते हैं. So, be it like for example, Made in Heaven, where I knew that I am there for a certain period of time, but what I was saying, that was very important to me because those are the values I've grown up with. Dowry, yes, that you have to stand up and you are not going to pay anybody to marry you. That thing was very important to me. So I will always do parts, be it a 2 dialogue thing, चाहे वो 2 minute का हो, 2 घंटे का हो, या फिर सिर्फ 2 scene का हो. That doesn't scare me. But if I'm doing something, then it has to have that value addition in a way.
But haven't you maybe had that urge that you should go ahead and maybe speak to Reema Kakti or Zoya Akhtar कि आप लोग वेब सीरीज उनसे चांस आप दे रहे हैं, अपनी फिल्मों में भी आप चांस दें?
I feel कि
do you feel that it's important for actors maybe market themselves at times?
I'm sure it is, but I can't do that. My marketing is, I truly believe good work will get you good work. And Made in Heaven and after Masan, it really changed the perception. एक वो validation हो जाता है कि अच्छा हाँ acting तो आती है. So I feel that is important, and also the projects you choose make you. So again, I interacted with Zoya on Made in Heaven, Nitya and everybody, and now that Gonekesh is coming, then I will make sure that they watch it, and I'm hoping that if they like my work, then sooner than later कुछ ना कुछ साथ में काम करेंगे.
What's the secret behind your handle name, Batata Vada?
There's nothing deep. It's very simple. Shweta is such a common North Indian name that when I was looking for stuff on social media as my username, I didn't get anything. और मुझे वो 1, 2, 3, 4 या कुछ numbers randomly add करने थे. So I thought I'll have a name which nobody ever has. Hence, Batata Vada.
If Inakshi meets following characters, what would they say to her?
Okay.
What would they say to her?
Who, which characters?
If Inakshi meets the following characters, what would they say to her? I'm giving you the name of the characters.
Oh, okay.
Shyam Tekchand, Nawazuddin Siddiqui from Haramkhor. What would you have told her?
I think Sham Take Chand सबसे पहले तो मजाक उड़ाते हैं नाक्षी का कह रहे पीछे से गंजी हो गई हो कुछ करो and maybe he would have taken a pen and colored it black.
Kaleen Bhaiya, Pankaj Tripathi from Mirzapur.
I think Pankaj Tripathi Kalin भैया would have given me lots of money कि बेटा तुझे जहाँ सर्जरी करानी है तू करा तू चिंता मत कर.
Guddu Bhaiya from
Guddu
Mirzapur.
भैया I think Guddu भैया believes in all these medicines and दूध पियो और कच्चे अंडे खाओ. So I think वो तो definitely मेरी diet change कर देते हैं. And and I'm sure कुछ weights के exercise कितनी important है for everything else.
If you could ask following people a question, what would you ask them? Vicky Kaushal.
Vicky Kaushal. It's very easy. I can ask him anything. So as in.
If there's anything that you've not asked him, maybe.
Vicky. So he's gonna kill me for this. So there's a story that Vicky जब AD था, so तब उसकी एक टाल थी जो white होती थी, and because he was so busy, he never had time to wash it. So वो white जो टाल थी वो brown हो गई. So I want to ask you कि Vicky तुमने ऐसा क्यों किया? कोई भी तो मतलब production या parents वो तुम्हें एक और new towel दे देते. So that's my question to him.
If you have to ask a question, Nawazuddin Siddiqui.
That इतनी patience वो कहाँ से लाते हैं? To wait it out for so many years, carefully choosing what he's doing. How? Please tell, because there are a lot of days where actors like us, when we are waiting for good projects to happen, it's just like कैसे wait करें? So I think I really want to know कि वो patience इतनी कहाँ से लाते हैं?
If you could ask a question to Deepika Padukone.
How does she look so stunning all the time? She is beautiful. So yeah.
And if you could ask a question to Alia Bhatt.
I think more than asking a question, I really want to tell her like hats off. On screen, off screen, however she is, I love her. Her choices, she will do a Badri and then she will do a Kapoor and Sons and then she'll do an Urta Punjab. I love the choices she is making and how she is, from a styling to makeup, everything about her. I just want to tell her that she is absolutely fabulous.
What do you find more interesting to do, films or web series?
That's I want to do both. I'm a very greedy actor. I want to maintain that balance between feel and reach.
One question that many people ask you, but you can't answer it properly. Is there anything that people ask you, but you can't answer?
I think the most common question is why Batata Vada? And the other would be that how do you play characters which are half your age? And the third is ki commercial cinema kyun nahi? So these three.
If today is the last day of your life, what 3 things you'd do today?
Start filming. I love shooting. There's nothing that makes me happier. But at the same, I think that day I would want to go scuba diving with my husband as well. So that day बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा because there's so many things, and eat batata vadas for sure.
If you can please give quick replies in one word.
Okay.
Last film that you watched that you loved a lot.
What I want to see, can I answer that?
Okay, whatever you want.
So I am dying to see Mad Ko Dard Nahi Hota and Hamid. Oh, the last thing that I saw, yes, was Delhi Crime. On Netflix, and I absolutely loved it.
One unhealthy food you can never stop yourself from eating.
Dry chili chicken with cheese naan. It's amazing. If you've not tried that combination yet, please do.
All right. I thought you'll say batata vada.
No. Har baar plug in nahi.
First thing you notice about a man you're meeting for the first time.
His eyes. Because why? Because you smile from your eyes, and I really like when people are happy souls make me happy.
One thing a girl should never talk about on a first date.
I think you should talk about whatever you want to talk about. There are no do's and don'ts. Be yourself.
Be yourself.
Yeah.
One song that can make you dance anytime and anywhere.
It's the time to disco and Mahi Way. Wherever I play, whenever I hear, I'm in a happy space.
Have you ever gone on a blind date?
No.
Have you ever left a film in the interval?
Yeah.
Do you think nepotism has affected your career?
No.
Have you ever smoked a cigarette?
Yes.
Web series?
Hot.
Drinking?
Depends. Hot for me. I mean, for some, it might not be, but...
Dating apps?
Again, not for me, but hot. For single people, why not?
Nepotism?
Not.
Horror films?
Hot.
Adult comedies?
Hot. There's an audience for that.
Gossip?
Not.
Smoking.
Not.
Politics.
In what sense?
Generally.
Politics is, in that way, it's always hot.
So, Shweta Tripathi, lovely talking to you.
Same here.
And looking forward to Gonekesh and Mirzapur 2.
Thank you.
And
Thank you
all your
so
future
much.
movies. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
That's all we have from Bollywood Hungama. Keep on watching.
Hi, this is Shweta Tripathi Sharma. You're watching me on Bollywood Hungama. Subscribe and hit the bell icon.